Dear student, due to coronavirus, school started online classes for your study. So you can subscribe Golden Flower Palia YouTube channel, like and press the bell icon.
Hello students, today we are going to talk about the next topic of Hello students, today we are going to discuss the next topics of atomic structure, chapter number 2, class 11th chemistry. Okay, so in this part of video lecture we are going to discuss about the other side of the electromagnetic radiation, and today we will talk about the other nature, that is particle nature of electromagnetic radiation. Okay, so let us start. What is that particle nature? To understand that we have some phenomena which couldn't be explained on the basis of electromagnetic wave theory, because earlier we talked that we had a discussion that electromagnetic radiation is having the wave nature. Okay, so now we are calling that it is having the particle nature. So electromagnetic radiation having both of the nature, some of the phenomena we can explain on the basis of wave theory. Some of the phenomena we cannot explain on the basis of wave theory. We can explain them with the help of particle nature of electromagnetic radiation. So today we are going to talk about this electromagnetic radiation's particle nature. So what are these phenomena which couldn't be explained by the wave theory? Out of them, one is black body radiation, another it is photoelectric effect, third it is variation in heat capacity of the solids as a function of temperature, and fourth it is line spectra of the atom. Okay, so these four phenomena we cannot explain them on the basis of electromagnetic wave theory. Okay, for this we have to introduce the other nature of electromagnetic radiation, that is called particle nature. So let's have a discussion about this today. So in 1900, Max Planck has given an idea of black body, and also he has given a very important theory that is called Planck quantum theory, and for this theory he got Nobel Prize in 1918. Okay, so in 1918 he got the Nobel Prize. He was awarded for this Planck quantum theory. Okay, quantum theory he was given to us. So what is that? To understand this black body and black body radiation, let's have an example like a body you are irradiating with the help of electromagnetic radiation. Suppose you have some kind of body, suppose you have some kind of iron ball. Okay, and you are following the electromagnetic radiation over this iron ball. What will happen if you are irradiating with this iron ball with the electromagnetic radiation? Some of the part of that electromagnetic radiation will be absorbed by that iron ball, some of the part will be reflected, and some of the part will be transmitted. Okay, so this normal the bodies when come exposure to the electromagnetic radiation, when we expose them to the electromagnetic radiation, they do the same. One part they reflect, one part they absorb, and other part they transmit. Okay, this they do. So now what happens, we were not having such a body that all the electromagnetic radiation it can absorb. Okay, so none of the body we have which can absorb all the radiation which is falling on it. Is that clear? So for that, Planck has given an ideal body, a hypothetical body. He introduced a hypothetical body which he called that it is a black body. Okay, what is the black body? I have written a definition over here. An ideal body which emit and absorb the radiation of all the frequencies uniformly. That means whatever the radiation you are going to make incident over that body, whatever the frequency of that, a wide range of frequency, a wide range of wavelength of electromagnetic radiation, when we falling on this kind of body, which we are calling that it is a black body, it will absorb all that radiation and it will emit all that radiation. Okay, so this we call that black body. Is that clear? Practically it is seen that carbon black, it is fairly close to the black body, by means of that statement. It is approximately it absorbs 90% of the radiation which is falling on it. It is emitting the same radiation, it is absorbing the equal amount of radiation. Okay, so 90% of radiation it is absorbed by the carbon black. It is my assumption. Okay, I am not giving you certain quantity that 90% it is absorbed by the carbon black. Okay, so what is that? Carbon black, we can consider it is approximately close to the black body. It can absorb all the radiation that is falling on the carbon black. So can we realize that black body? Can we make this black body if it is not there occurring in the nature, if it is not existing in the nature? Can we make it? So obviously we can make it, and they have tried, the scientists have tried to make a black body. They tried to realize the black body. For that they have done, what they have done for this, they have taken a cavity, with one hole. There is none other of other holes in this body, only one door it is to one opening it is there in the cavity. You understand, a kind of hollow sphere kind of thing, a cavity it is there. So a cavity they made, the inner wall of this cavity it is rough, and opening it is here in the cavity, a rough inner walls it is, and it was blackened with a carbon black. Okay, this was the realization of the black body. So a carbon black, it was coated with carbon black from the inner side, and now what happens, they put a projection over here. It is a projection just in front of this opening. So as an electromagnetic radiation, a ray of electromagnetic radiation is incidenting on it, okay, it reflected from this projection and goes to multiple reflection. It suffers a multiple reflections. Sorry, I apologize for this. So multiple reflection of this electromagnetic radiation is done inside this cavity, and all the radiation is absorbed by the carbon black. Okay, in this way we can realize that this is a black body which can absorb all the radiation that is falling on it. Okay, this was the idea. Whatever the a wide range of frequency of radiation when falling on a body, it uniformly absorbed that all the radiation. This was an idea of the ideal body. This was the definition of the ideal body. So now what is happening in this black body that is realized, that is physically maintained, that is made by the scientist, and what they have done, they have taken a cavity, and from the inner side of this cavity they have blackened with a carbon black, and when from this opening electromagnetic radiation is entering inside this cavity, it suffers a multiple reflection, and after reflecting every time when it reflects to the wall, some of the part it is absorbed, some of the part it is reflected. Okay, as I told you, whenever you are going to make electromagnetic radiation fall on a body, three things will happen. One, a part will be absorbed, other part will be transmitted, and rest part will be reflected. Okay, the three things happen here. Also the same, it is happening. So now what is happening? You are falling the electromagnetic radiation inside the cavity. A part where it is going to be hit the wall, a part of that radiation is going to be absorbed and rest part will be reflected. So rest part will be reflected here also. When it is reflected to this this part, it is going to be incident. A part will be absorbed, a part will be reflected. Then it hit at this point, again a part will be absorbed, another part will be reflected. So same it is happening in whole of the body. A multiple reflection occurs, and whatever the radiation enters inside this cavity, that all the radiation is absorbed. Okay, so this was the realization of the black body. Let's have a sight for one more theory. It was given in 1893. It was given by Wilhelm Wien. And what the theory it was about, it was the relation between the wavelength and the temperature. Wavelength and the temperature when we draw the graph for intensity versus temperature, intensity versus wavelength for the black body radiation. Okay, so this theory was proposed in 1893 by Wilhelm Wien. Wilhelm Wien. Okay, so Wilhelm Wien, he has proposed Wien's displacement law, and with the experimental proof he has given a mathematical formula for that also. Okay, what is this law about? Let's have a sight for that. He has given a graphical representation for the intensity of black body radiation with the wavelength which we are measuring in micrometer. Okay, at the different temperature he has done for that. So if we are taking suppose T1 temperature, as the wavelength is increasing, the intensity is increasing, becomes maximum at particular wavelength, and then afterward it is decreasing. Same I have done for the temperature T2. The temperature is little high. At the higher temperature we have drawn the same graph. And it is seen that again intensity of radiation is increasing, and we obtain maxima at certain frequency, and that then after it is going to be decrease. Okay, so this was the experiment done by the Wien. For the black body radiation, he has drawn the graph of intensity versus wavelength for the different temperature. You can notice the two things here. One is, as the temperature is increasing, the maxima that is obtained, the maximum that is obtained at the shorter frequency, shorter wavelength. Like here the peak is obtained at this wavelength, it might be 1500 and this might be 900 or 1000, like if you see that. Okay, the intensity, the peak, radiation peak that we are obtaining at the shorter wavelength, as the temperature is going to be increased, this wavelength is decreasing. The peak radiation wavelength is going to be decreased. This wavelength we called lambda max. Lambda max. Okay, so it is inversely proportional to the temperature. Greater the temperature, lower will be the peak wavelength. Okay, radiation peak will be obtained at the shorter wavelength. If we are going to draw the graph between intensity and wavelength at a particular temperature, through this graph I am not going to change the temperature. Through this graph, whole of this experiment, the temperature was same. As the wavelength was increasing, intensity was increasing, and it becomes maximum at particular wavelength. And then afterward, at that particular wavelength, furthermore we are increasing the wavelength, so this intensity is going to be decreased now. Here also the same, but the difference is that when the temperature is high, this radiation peak is obtained at the shorter wavelength. Okay, this you have to keep in your mind, that temperature and radiation peak wavelength, they are inversely proportional to each other, and that was proposed by Wien. What Wien has proposed us, Wien told that lambda max and temperature's product, it is equal to 2.8 into 10 to the power minus 3, that was meter Kelvin. Okay, so it was a relation given by Wilhelm Wien. Lambda max is the wavelength which is associated with the radiation peak, okay, at which the maxima is obtained. Maxima, that means intensity of emitted radiation is high. Intensity of emitted radiation is maximum, okay, that is called lambda maximum. So lambda maximum into T, it is equal to 2.8 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter Kelvin. Okay, this was the Wien's displacement law. So according to this quantity is constant, so lambda max will be inversely proportional to the temperature. Greater the temperature, lower will be the lambda maximum. Lambda maximum, that wavelength of peak radiation, wavelength of highest intensity, okay, that is obtained for the particular type of radiation that is emitting by the black body. So this was the Wien's displacement law, and Planck used this theory and came to a conclusion that how it is possible, how it is that lambda max is going to be decreased as the temperature is increasing. So he got an idea from there. He got idea from this particular type of theory, that atoms or molecules are absorbing or emitting the energy not in the continuous manner, they are absorbing or emitting the energy in the discrete manner. For this continuous manner and discrete manner, I'll make you understand with an example. Like you are going to the market and you have asked for the pen to a bookseller. Give me 1/3 of the pen. 1/3 of the pen, that means 0.33 of pen. Okay, is it possible to purchase a pen 1/3 of pen or 2/3 of pen? Okay, it is not possible. If you are going to purchase a pen, you have to purchase a complete full pen. Okay, so a full pen you can purchase, 1 pen, 2 pen, 3 pens, 4 pens, 5 pens. Okay, you can purchase whole amount of the pen, complete pen you have to purchase. But instead purchasing pen, if we are going to purchase sugar, so if we are going to purchase sugar, we can purchase any amount of the sugar, like 2/3, 1/3, whatever amount we need, that we can purchase for that. Okay, so sugar can be purchased in the continuous manner, whatever amount it can be. Okay, it doesn't have a certain limit. Okay, it doesn't have a certain limit that this certain quantity you have to purchase. So pens can be purchased in the discrete manner, that means 1 pen, 2 pen. It can be the integral multiple of 1. Okay, 2 into 1, 3 into 1, 4 into 1, 5 into 1. Okay, so 1 is the smallest quantity and it's 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. So when the energy is absorbing or radiating in this manner, that a certain amount of energy and of this manner, like 2 times of this energy, 3 times of this energy, 4 times of this energy, if we can if the atoms can absorb, if the molecules can absorb or emit, we call that energy is absorbing or emitting in the discrete manner in the packet. Okay, in terms of packet, if we call this, okay, it is more correctly to say in terms of packets, bundles. Okay, so he came to that idea, he came to conclusion that energy is absorbing or radiating or emitting in the form of discrete manner in the bundles, in the packets. Okay, integral multiple of certain quantity. Okay, it is not in the continuous manner. Continuous manner, that means it is not in the fraction. Okay, so this small bundle, a very small bundle, a smallest energy he called as quantum. Okay, so his theory, it is called quantum theory. So according to the Planck, what is that? According to the Planck, energy emitted or absorbed by atoms or molecules in discrete manner, okay, not in continuous manner. So this is called Planck quantum theory, for which he got the Nobel Prize in 1918. Okay, so after that idea that a small packet, or bundle of energy is called quantum. Okay, so energy of this quantum, energy of this packet is directly proportional to the frequency. This is nu. Okay, this we call nu. E is directly proportional to nu. Removing this proportionality sign, we get a constant h nu. So h nu is the energy of one quantum. Okay, where h is called Planck constant. Okay, Planck constant, and its value is 6.6 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Is that clear? So this was the Planck quantum theory, and he has proposed a formula also for the one quantum. One quantum is equal to h nu. You might have written in the chemistry somewhere like you were writing the reactions of CH4 and Cl2. There over h nu sometimes it is written. H nu means energy of one quantum. Energy of one quantum, that means electromagnetic radiation. The sun energy that comes in the form of electromagnetic radiation, we call them photon. So photon was the name that was kept afterward, and earlier it was called quantum. Okay, so this was the Planck quantum theory. I have a question for you today. What is that question about? So I have a question for you, that flame of a peach scented candle has a yellowish color, and the flame of Bunsen burner in the chemistry lab has a bluish color. Which flame has higher temperature? It is very simple. It belongs to Whelan-Wein's displacement law. I told you the graph. Intensity of emitted radiation is at the peak, at the maximum for the particular wavelength, and you have to see the wavelength. You have to see the yellowish color and blue color, which has greater wavelength, which has lesser wavelength, and which was having the higher temperature, which was having the lowest temperature. Okay, so answer to this question, and write the answer in the comment box. Okay, Rest of the part of this theory we are going to discuss in the next lecture. Thank you so much.
Do self study at home and stay home, save lives.